So would you say that for the areas that you study, was romantic love really a big impact on how a person did romantic relationships, or was it more based on like their parents choosing, or like something that they could choose on their own?
China in the 1970s and 80s had moved to what I call self-arranged marriages. Now, this is very interesting because we're used to arranged marriage where the parents do it. This is self-arranged in the sense the individuals will ask someone to give them an introduction. It could be a former teacher, could be a good friend. And at this time, they didn't have a dating culture, they had a courtship culture. And courtship has more formal rules, and it's not good to know that you had too many contacts. You don't have to necessarily marry the first person you're with. But let me tell you about the courtships.
So you go out on a courtship and you agree to meet, and you might chat for 20, 25 minutes, kind of like speed dating. And then you might agree or disagree to meet again. If you meet again, you might chat for another 35, 40 minutes, maybe an hour. And then if you agree to meet again, you're all but engaged. Okay? Now if you don't meet again, you just don't see each other's. Okay? So you're not locked in, but there's a formal rule. Everybody knows what it means.
Now, to protect your reputation, what people would say is, this is not a girlfriend. No one used the word girlfriend or boyfriend in the 1980s. They would just say, this is my tongshui, this is my classmate. So you're just two classmates, okay? And you protected your identity, because what's nothing wrong with having classmates meeting and chatting. Now in a dating culture, you can be more brazen, you can be more saying, that's my girlfriend. So you hear now the word all the time, girlfriend, boyfriend, and it doesn't mean you're going to get married, okay? And the other is, it meant that you were going to get married, and that's the difference between a dating culture and a courtship culture.
And then, so you've read the Gary Chapman's 5 Languages. How much do you think that Gary's ideas and theories apply to your studies that you've done?
If you're talking about Korea, South Korea, Japan, or China, the 70s and 80s, people just didn't talk that way. Marriages were not really organized around a love model, though some people did fall in love, but that was not the primary thing. The idea was duty. And divorce was very difficult. You wouldn't do it if you could. And I asked this one guy, he says, how do you manage? He says, we endure. And so, and that's exactly what you would expect in a duty culture. You endure. And so his suggestions, however people might like them, people didn't do that. We also have a different notion of gender. Men don't talk. Men don't express their emotions. So he's asking people to express more filling their emotions. Women enjoy talking for the sake of talking about emotions, okay? And guys, for whatever reason, seem not to. Doesn't mean guys don't like hearing good words and being stroked. No, yes, they do. But however, they don't need to spend the whole day talking about it. Now that we've declared our love, let's sit around and explore it another way.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. So then, would you say anything like the American globalization, would that have had any other effects on, like, say, how Asians share their romance?
The globalization is a certain style performance that you see in East Asia, such as Valentine's Day gets picked up. Now, why is Valentine's Day? Thanksgiving didn't pick up in China. No one says, let's do Thanksgiving. No one says it in Korea or Japan. But why Valentine's Day and not Thanksgiving? It's globalization, right? So you have to be careful. This is globalization. People can get ideas, but why do they reject this one and accept that one, right? So they're exposed to both, but one they reject. Okay. Chinese have a lot of family days, spring festivals. They don't need another family day for Thanksgiving. But what is Valentine's Day? It's not family day, is it?
No.
It's couple day. Okay. And who pushes for couple day? Women cannot get enough emotional investment, so they push for their man to show that you love me. Do you know the number one holiday that American men hate the most?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Okay. And it's not that they don't love their wife. They go, oh my God, I gotta go do this. If I don't do it, she's gonna yell and cry, and blah blah blah. And I kind of hate it.
Oh, okay. So women now find more significance and more more heftiness, more heaviness in the words.
They enjoy the words. Unfortunately for them, East Asian men still are more closer to Sphinx.
Oh.
Silence is golden.
Oh.